Hello and welcome back to the channel where we are building a video game from scratch using Love2d and Lua. Jimmy's got her paws up there. So yesterday we got this multi-page system working, so we can say tavern is up, dungeon is right, that sort of deal. We still have full pages working with advancement. One thing I want to change, I think we'll do today, is see how there's a little text advance dialog box that blinks here. It only blinks once all 57 characters invisibly get printed, essentially. So what I'm wanting to do is have that text advance print as soon as the last text is basically done. Because we can advance it however fast we want, but it doesn't blink until, you know, a certain amount of time has passed. So depending on the length of the string, I think we want to make it blink faster, or yeah. So I think we'll be working on that today, and then we might be doing adding a new entity into the log cabin, and then we're kind of set to do the next map touch up before we do a new mobile deployment. I'm gonna fix the Jimmy cam real quick. Okay, so let's get going here. We'll see if we can fix this dialog box. What do we call it? We call it text advance. So text advance is the little blinky part, but we set the color of the text advance either to transparent or white, which means full alpha, because text advance is black pixels, but we set it white so we can actually see it, because white has full transparency. It's this 1 instead of 0. So let's see how we're handling this blinking. We set it to be true first. Now it's a little weird. True means transparent. So we start off as true, transparent. We have a timer, we have a reset. We basically say if the text index is greater than the max text box line length, then go ahead and start blinking. So here's the part where we need to fix it. It's not that the text index needs to be greater than the max text box line length. It's that it has to be greater than the current page character count, because every page might have a different amount of characters, whether or not it's a space. We need to count those characters so that we can just start blinking once we're done printing the whole contents of one page. So I don't think we are counting a page count. So I think what we should do is we'll give our page here at index 1 a page character count. Now, anytime we get a new page, we need to also have this field initialized. So anytime we add a page, anytime we do a new page right here, we need to go ahead and say pages at the self page we're on dot page count, page character count gets 0. Okay, so the thing is, yeah, it's kind of interesting, because in the init, we're not doing the update. We just kind of parse out the character there. So as we're on another page, we need to give us that field. And then once we're in the current page in the update, that's when we're going to be using that field. So this actually isn't so great now I'm thinking about it, because we don't have... Actually, yeah, we do have a current page. We have a current page, self current page. Okay. So yeah, we can do a self current page here. So what we need to do is count how many characters are in each of these string fields on each of the pages and assign the correct page character count to whatever that ends up being. So I guess every time, you know, here we're saying if the character is a letter, we're going to say, you know, if the character is a letter, we need to, at the very least, increment this self dot pages dot index current page we're on dot page character count, and then we need to increment, yeah. So if we find a character, and you know what, I think we just need to I was going to say maybe we can just, anytime we increment our text index, go ahead and count and insert it into the page we're on, because we eventually increment the page we're on, so that should give us the right values. So self.pages at the page we're on dot page character count is what we need to put in here. It's actually at current page, so we need to say pages at current page dot page character count. So now, instead of the default waiting for all 57 characters, it depends on the page character count of each given page. But as soon as the text index value passes the length of the characters that are in the current page, that's when we're going to blink. Yo, if we did that, well, let's see. Page character count, a nil value. I was going to say, I'm like, that was too easy. Like, we for sure messed something up. So self.pages, page we are on, which page we're on starts at first. So self.page we are on is one. So it's saying pages 1 doesn't have a page character count. Is that true? We've got it right there. Page we're on, page character count. It's saying that this doesn't exist, that this is nil, but we have it right here, pages. Now we have a page we're on, so we can't. Page character count is a nil value. Why is it a nil value? We just assigned it, man. We might need to see, we do have, oh, we need to give it a no? So we're only able to add a dot string field here because we insert an empty table into that double array here. But we have a single array here, but we inserted an empty table into that pages 1. So it should still work. Page character count. Did we get that right? I don't see... Oh, god damn I didn't see it blink there. So what didn't it like about the self page we're on? Page we are on. Page we are on. That should work. Page character count. In the page we are on field. And we do if anytime we give us a new page we're on, because we increment this, set it to an empty table, we go and initialize the page character count to 0 here. I thought this would be easy. Page char count. No. What is going on? We have the pages at index 1. Why can't we? I think I'm just misunderstanding how Lua can handle these tables. Jimmy's off. I'm going to turn off Jimmy Cam. I was assuming that we can just assign a field here as long as there's a table. But we give ourselves an array at pages 1, then we give ourselves a 2D array and put in an empty table. So could we give ourselves a fourth? No. I don't want to have to do weird stuff like this, but I am curious if I can say, okay, well, the 4th page gets an empty table, and then we're going to go into this page character count by going into the 4th array and inserting a field called page character count. Then in here, we're going to say pages, the page we're on at the index of 4 dot page character count. And then also, excuse me, also right here. Go into that 4th index, into the page character count, reassign it to 0. Doesn't like it right here. What is going on, man? I think it might have to do with... Actually, it might have to do with right here in the update. We were asking what is going on? Okay. I'm not sure what the issue is. My only guess is that we kind of, once we increment the page count for the very last one, well, I don't know. All we need to do is save. Yeah, because this here needs to change based on what page we're currently on. We know that. So for every page we have, we need to have a value of just a number. So it's like we have a current page. So let's say that we have a current page character count. And it is an array. It is a table. It is a table, and we're going to insert into that array the values of each page character count as we count them. So we need a page character count variable we're going to assign to 0. So let's increment this page character count for every character in our page. So anytime we have a text index, we're going to say self.page character count, right? Or yeah, page character count. Current page character count and page character count. Now this value is going to get reused, but we basically just take whatever the current count is, we plus it by 1, increment it, and then by the time we are ready to advance the page, which is either, where do we advance the page? Right here. Page we're on. Once we advance the page, we're going to table.insert into the self dot total, what is it called? Current page character count table. So we say the current page character count at index whatever page we're on. And we have to make sure we do this before we increment the page. And we're going to insert into that list the value of our page character count. Okay, that should give us an indexable value. So we insert before we give it a new page, but then if we're at the end, we need to insert the current page character count anyway. But then we need to reset our page character count after we insert it. Reset it back to 0 so that we can count new. And then that one might work, maybe. Then instead of this, instead of the max text box line length, we would have a self dot current page character count, which takes in an index of the current page, which would produce the value of an int, hopefully. Son of a... Table expected got nil. What are you talking about? Dialog box 138. We gave it a class. We gave it a table. So the self.current page character count at index page we're on needs an empty table. So we have a current page character count, but the actual... Dude, it is a table. Current page character count, we can't just insert into it. here we say, okay, page character count, we increment that. But we don't need to insert that value into the self.page character count array until we have, oh, I think I know what it is. We have to put it in brackets, curly braces. I think we have to say this, curly brace. And then here, we want to put curly brace, I think, like that. Nope. 138. Oh. We forgot it for the last case as well. Really? Bad argument 1. Table expected got nil. Self.page character count was nil? How would it be nil? Or oh, bad argument 1. This page we're on was not a table. So that whenever we gave ourselves a new page, we didn't give it to our current page character count. We have to say before we insert into the table, we have to go into our current page character count at the index of our current page. No, page we're on. And those two are different. And we're going to insert an empty table so that we can insert the value. Okay. So, is that all we need? Yeah. And then here, we just make sure we have a table there, and then we can go ahead and insert it. Okay. 157, table with number. This is a number. Table with number. Oh, we need to numberize it. So let's take out these, so it's not a table anymore. S 157. Table with number. Well, it should be a number because we're asking the index of the current page of our current page character count. Current page character count with the current page, or no, the page we're on. I don't know. Do we crash somewhere different here? If we comment that out. Yeah, bad argument 1 in 140. So we can't insert into here because there's nothing to insert it into, so we give it the table to insert it into. We're inserting the number 0 into there. But it doesn't like 157 because we're comparing a table with the number, but text index is the number, so it's saying that this self current page character count at index current page is a table and not a number. So how are we doing that? Maybe we set it to be, yeah, it has to be a table, but the value that we insert is okay, here we go. Instead of a table.insert, yeah, instead of table.insert, we just need to assign the right value. So instead of the table.insert, we just say that the page we're on gets assigned the page character count. And then same with right here. We're going to say the page we're on at index, current page character count at index page we're on gets assigned to be the number, so then we can compare the number. Okay, blinking is not working. And then we crash. And I think it's weird. Well, current page. Yeah, once we advance the page, we need to flush these values. But that doesn't help it being completely broken in the first place. Oh, we do this. Let's not do this. No, we have... Yeah, let's not do this. And then page character count gets assigned to 0. So we can recount. Let's try that. Still not blinking. I did see it for a second there, but we're still crashing at 156. Still thinking that our current page count is a nil. Current page character count at index current page. So anytime we have a current page, or anytime we have a page advance, like here, we are giving ourselves yeah, we need to give ourselves the page character count if it's last, which we are doing just wrongly. I think we need to just say yeah, I think we just need to do this. Oops. Yeah, doesn't like this. Current page character count index current page. Now, what is current page? Where is current page? Yeah, current page is controlled by the advancement of the page for all of our page lengths. So for some reason, we just don't have a current page character count index for all our pages. So let's see. We have one here for the page we're on being 1, because before we increment our page, we're giving it whatever the page count is. We reset our page count to 0 so we can count again. And then we don't need to insert a page character count until we're ready to advance the next page. The alternative is once the page is ending. So like we can say if it ends and we're not on page 3, for example, we also need to copy this over. We need to say if it ends... Oh gosh. This part right here is the end of a word, so it doesn't matter. It only matters when we get to the end of a page. And we either get to the end of a page by adding a new page or by printing the last character on the current page, and that's right here. If we're equal to the text length, then we're going to go into our page character count at the index of the page we're on, and then assign it a value of page character count. So what is it not liking here? Let's manually say current page character count at index 3 gets 20. Just gonna see if it prevents us from, and this isn't the one that's crashing, it's the one over here. Okay, so if it's a single page, it's a 2-page. Oh, we might. This doesn't fix the blinking, but we might not. If we run into a double space, we actually make a new. Yeah, if the last word was a space, we go ahead. Yeah, we're accounting for that, but if the word can fit. I did not think this was going to be this hard. I don't know, I think we jacked up. I don't like this. I feel like it shouldn't be this hard. Okay, well, I just undid all my work. We can try it again. Oh, you're kidding me. Maybe I did not. How do you reset? Okay. This really shouldn't be this hard. For every page we have, we just need a number of characters. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking of doing. We can Okay, instead of doing it in the middle of all of our inits, let's just say we wait until we populate all our strings. Because then we have a page length. So we can say, oops, I think we can say here, let's cycle through all of our pages. Okay, and we're gonna do, I think what we want to do here is we need to snag essentially all the lengths for each page, but we need to be able to we want to be able to index the values based on the page we're on, because when we're, or the current page. So if P is pressed and we've already released it, we're going to increment our current page. Okay. So let's just say that for every page, we want to go for every line in the, see, this is actually not right. We have to kind of do it manually here. We can say, you know, for the value of each page length, now for the key, we want the string text, right? So like the pages at the page we're on string. we're trying to say, let's go into our pages at not the page we're on, but all the pages. So the K here, and then for all the lines, which we can do a loop, and then we want to snag. We want to do another loop for I gets 1, 3. So for every line, we want to, for every line, we're going to go through every page, and we're going to go into the string field, and we're going to copy the number of characters that is in there, and we're going to assign it to it's tricky because the in the update, you know, we need to be able to say, where's the update? Right here. It's not the max text box line length, but it is for the page we're on. No, it's for the current page. But this needs to be the index. So we can say page character count table at index of the current page. That needs to be a number. So we need a page character count, which is a table that we can insert values into. I'm trying to think if I'm doing that right. If it's a table, and then we have to put I feel like we have to put the curly braces around it to make it indexable. So I think we have to do, you know, we're gonna say right here we have a self.page character count. It's gonna be a table, and then we're gonna insert into it the number as an indexable value here. Into the self page character count at index whatever page we're on, which is going to be the key. So for every page we're on, we're going into the page character count table, into that index, and assigning the length of the string, but it needs to be the subtotal of the length of the string. So this needs to be after we've tallied the string. So we need like a string count character count for every line. And then we need to modify the current character count for every line by the length of the string for every line. And then before we add that, or oh, that should be okay. I think that might be okay. I mean, what are the odds we did that right? Yeah, so we have a table called page character count. It's gonna hold. Basically, it's gonna be the length in characters, the integer length of the characters that any current page has, any of our pages has for the dialog box. And we go into that character count at an index level and assign it. yeah, we assign it a variable, the sum total of all the lines for the given page. And then in our update, if our text index is past that length of the page we're on, then we're going to become blinking. Son of a bitch. 141. Bet argument 1, table expected. 141, table 1, table expected. Oh, yeah, it's just for key. Yeah, it's just for key gets 1. For key, comma. Self page length. Character count for every line is nil, which, yeah, we can't do that. So we just have to say we're going to start off with the character count for every line being 0, so that we can't increment something that hasn't been assigned. Son of a... 144, arithmetic on a table value in 144. A table value, we can't do that. But 146. Son of a bitch, man. Oh my god. What do you hate me for? Attempt to index a nil value. 146. Nil value. So the page character count at index K. Okay. Well, for every page, we need a page character count with an index of that. $147, no value. Jeez, man. Oh, because the K and I... Okay, we're trying to insert the number that we just put in here. So, like, whatever character count we got, we're trying to put... We don't need to count here. We just need to put the character count for every line right here. Assign it into the page character count. Then we need to reset our character count for every line so that we can add the other values. Our blinking is still gone. Oh, our blinking made it there. Hey, that was faster. That was faster, but not for this one. That's weird. Why does it blink? It blinks faster on the shorter one, which is... That's about appropriate. Yeah, I like that speed for those two. It's just for here, it just doesn't... Like, so... This might have to do... Let me just see if I subtract, like, 20 characters, because I'm thinking the spaces might mess it up. Oh, yeah, the spaces, because, well, I'm just assuming that once we subtract a certain amount of characters, it does come online. Yeah. But I don't think it'll be faster here. What the heck? That looks pretty legit. This one just needs to be faster, and that one needs to... Okay. It's almost like, okay, let's try this. We can say if the character count for every line is greater than 54, then we're going to set the character count to be equal to 40. Then we're going to assign it into the table. It's still slow. It's still slow on that one. Why is it? It's like half fixed. It's faster on this one, that's for sure. That looks pretty good to me. But on the long one, it takes so long. What up, Salto? Yo, I'm like super stuck on this. It's yeah, it's basically what I'm trying to do is get the on the text box here, like there's a, you know, we can print up a little dialog box and there's a little blinky thing in the bottom right, and that thing is supposed to appear as soon as the text is done typing, and we got it appearing faster for a shorter dialog box thing, but for the longer dialog box it takes too long to appear, which is like the opposite problem that we had when we first showed up, like at the start of the episode today. So I'm trying to figure out why this is the case, because the smaller this number is, the faster it should appear. Now I'm thinking that it might be because we have two signs on a given scene here, but every dialog box, we're doing this based on its own variables. That's what the self is. Self.character count. All that stuff. Dude, it's crazy. I mean, I spent 35 minutes trying to solve it and everything broke, so I just deleted it all, and then this is my second try and we're still broke. So yeah. It's weird that changing this value isn't changing anything. Because if we assign every character count for each line to be 20, it should show up sooner. But it doesn't show up sooner. So that tells me that this blinky thing, page character count at the index of the current page. Yeah. Because ideally, or, you know, if this is the lower value, like 20, then after 20 characters of printing, it should pop up. So we should see the black sooner. Oh, see? And it doesn't even do that. Okay. So this can't work. This can't work how I'm assuming. Are we incrementing our text index here in our update? This is all the init. Here's our update. We don't even increment our text index. Yes, we do. We do it right here. We do it, yeah. Okay. It's a head scratcher, that's for sure, dude. It's like such a tiny thing to try to fix too, where it's like, it's really just me being nitpicky about stuff. But at this rate, it's been about an hour and I have not fixed it yet, so I might just move on. It's really not that big of a deal. I thought it'd be easy. I thought it would be like a 10-minute thing. Yeah, it's what's really thrown me off now is that I was assuming if this was a smaller value, it would become blinking sooner. Because our text index gets incremented every character we print. So it should... Oh, see, like that. That one came on soon. That one wasn't too bad. That one took a little longer. But that doesn't bug me. But then again, we're not using any of the fix I just put. I just shrunk this by about a factor of 5. So like if it's 1, it should show up like right away. Yeah. And you actually, maybe the right away actually kind of feels right to me. Gosh, really? That feels okay to me, because even though it pops up before the text is done, it kind of signifies, hey, you can skip that even mid-text if you wanted to, which you can. And that's by design. Like, I don't want people to have to sit there and read if they don't want to. So all that to say, all that logic we added, and I just put a 1 here. So like if we get rid of all the crap we tried to do, page character count, that chunk was all the logic we tried to add. Page character count, I don't think we have it anywhere else. Yeah. You know, 1 hour stream for this code change. Change that to 1. I like it better. I like it better. That's what we call in the business 1 hour to 1 character productivity rate. You know, 1 character of productivity for every hour worked. It's not bad. You know, a whole year of that would be almost 400 characters worth of code development. So, hitting the big leagues. I'm going to say that the git commit, exactly, it's not a 0. It's a non-zero day. And that's what we strive for. That's all we strive for. We just strive for not 0. I'm going to say added huge, important game-changing fix to make the entire flow of the game more smooth and professional. With a massive, what would we call it? A massive, I'm looking for a word here, like, it's like a big bang for your buck, you know, like a, let's see, added huge, important, game-changing fix to make the entire flow of the game more smooth and professional. And it was also incredibly smart and intentional and provides massive performance enhancement over all dialog box systems. we'll get commit that. We'll get push it. We'll get log so we can see it and brag about it. Added huge. Yep. It's so much value we just added there. It doesn't even fit on one screen. But yeah, so that's fixed now. So it looks like tomorrow what we're going to be doing is, now that that's fixed, we're going to tweak this so it says flower garden over to the left here. We're going to kind of like break this apart so that people can't walk in the non-developed areas. We're going to block off the top up here so that we can just walk into this cabin. Excuse me. And then also, you know, this sign hints that there's a dungeon over here to the right. So we'll block off the top over here and kind of funnel people over here into the dungeon so that they can fight the geckos over here for now. We'll have to add the collision for the geckos also soon. And then we also we can probably plop a NPC down in this other cabin too, so it's not just bare empty. Maybe we make like a little bed and nightstand. But the idea is we kind of want to just block people off from exploring all the emptiness of our game. So that on the deployment, we kind of just tailor their experience to be like, hey, you can walk in these designated areas, so that it's not just a whole bunch of nothingness when they walk wherever, because right now they can just walk wherever. So trying to kind of limit that. Yeah, the flowers are really cute. I love that all we got to do to add them on any frame is just draw the first frame of them, and then I made it so that the animation happens automatically. So same with the water. So we can paint a whole field of flowers and water like that super easily. And the flowers can go on any background. So like they're half transparent, so we can kind of paint them over any background so that they're over the, you know, fallish green and the normal green. Yeah. And then, yeah, we still need, you know, we need to do little stuff like we need to make the spell, maybe for now, since it's going to take me a while to make more spells. I might just change the color of the spell, change the color of the fire based on whatever spell we've got equipped, and make it so that we can't cast a spell with no spell equipped. But I don't exactly know. All right, well, we got a big old fat commit today. We'll call it a night. We'll raid out here. But thanks for streaming today, Salto. I think you're stuck in an ad, but thanks for streaming regardless. And we'll raid out here. But yeah, have a good night, man. Hope you have a good weekend. Thanks for streaming on a Friday. And we'll get to Santa Flow. I know we will. Peace out, man.